Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and all the new subscribers, and I really hope everybody out there is doing their absolute best and making that money and getting that bag. Alright, so today we got a call out to this cool down room once again. I just did a video on this cool down room not too long ago, and I'll leave a link to that at the end of this video. But they called me and they say one of their digital gauges is not functioning. So it looks like this digital gauge is out. So I'm not sure if it's wired in off of a fuse or kind of what's going on with it. So we'll open this cabinet up right now and we'll figure out what's going on with it. I'll just trace the incoming voltage to it, verify everything, make sure there's no trip breakers or pop fuses, whatever's operating in this cabinet. So this is going to be some positive pressure, 45 to 50 inches of water column. That's what we're operating off of. So let me get this cabinet open and let's see what we're dealing with here, boys. Very simple. Open, slide open, and let's see who he's operating off of. So we got our main breaker, which is supplying 120 volts to this entire cabinet. Basically this 120 is mainly powering this power supply from 120 volts to 24 volts DC. And the on and off solenoids operate off of these two little miniature relays, and these digital displays or digital gauges operate inside of the temperature or pressure controller. It's basically a temperature controller converted into a pressure controller using a either 0 to 10 volt range or a milliamp signal range 4 to 20. I'm not really sure. I'd have to kind of look into it and see how it's programmed, but we don't need to worry about that today. We're gonna go ahead and look at this guy. So this looks like a pretty simple whip coming out of it. So we're just gonna go ahead and see where this little whip goes. And it looks like the whip turns into a red and a black wire, which is off of our 98 and 99 terminals off of our temperature controller or pressure controller. Also, it looks like it might be or may be powering that and this controller here, and this might be the incoming voltage from that. Yeah, I think that's the incoming whip from that. So you basically got 3 wires stuffed in there. They're using it as a junction to power up these two controllers, so whatever, it's just a junction terminal. So let's take a voltage reading on that and make sure that we have everything right. I'm assuming that we have everything right because we have one controller operating at the moment, one is not. So this guy is highly suspect. I'm almost convinced this is a dead body here, boys. We'll check it out right now. Let me pull this little hose off of it. It was on the positive side. I don't want to forget that. Bam. So I'm back with my meter and I want to take a little reading off of this power supply and make sure that we're in range on that 24 volt signal. Positive, negative. Here we go. Positive, negative, and 24 volt. So this, I believe, it looks like it feeds into here. So we'll take a reading off of these guys. 24 volts, more than likely. 24 volts, yep. So we got 24 volts operating here, which is, oh, we could go off the terminals. Here we go. Yep, 24 volts, boys. So we need to follow this whip, which is actually going into the controller, because I believe that's, if a wire might have came out or might be broken off at the tips inside of this little cabinet. We got, looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on this bad boy. So let me get that opened up. Let me grab a screwdriver, which I have it right here, and let's see what that leads to, man. We're gonna chase the trail. We're gonna chase the trail. Let's open this bad boy up and see what we got going on in here. All right. Let's see, is he all the way out? Is he all the way out? Yeah, he's all the way out. It's just a little stuck. It's probably some kind of a gasket. Yeah, it's a gasket. Oh, and it has a little grounding strap. Okay. Okay, so it looks like we have a backup battery for the program or the recipes, and we have our 24 volt terminal. So we're gonna go ahead and take a reading off of these terminals right here and just verify if we have 24 volts there, so we can proceed with what we got to do here. 24 volts, boys. I was hoping we had a loose wire or something. Okay, so yeah, so yep, according to my meter, unless he's lying, and old Fluke has never lied to me before that I can remember, it looks like we have 24 volts running in here, boys. So I'm convinced that this controller, which I don't see any fusing or anything, is dead on arrival. This boy is DOA. And this battery is not for the power. This battery is only for backup. So, yeah, he's gone. Hello? Wake up? Anybody home? Nobody's home, boys. He has checked out for the night. So let me go ahead and try to dig up another controller here So I gotta go talk to the booger eaters around here and see what they got for this, because this is not a standard issue controller. I believe that these numbers and this calibration tag mean that this is a controlled item. So let me go talk to the booger eaters and see what they got in terms of a new controller that I can get my hands on, maybe wrap this problem up and get out of here for the day. So I will be back, boys. I will see you in a minute. All right, boys, it looks like the booger eaters came through. One of them happened to have one in his desk that is a calibration ready to go. Looks like it's gonna be a plug and play. So let me go ahead and get this back mounted. However this thing is mounted in there, I don't know if that's right, if that's wrong. Not my judgment. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this sucker out of there and get this new one plugged in, and we will see where we end up. So let me pull this out and I will turn you guys back on when we're ready to fire them up. On better thought, I'm gonna bring you guys along for the ride to get this bad boy out. So of course, as always, anytime we're gonna make any drastic moves here, I'm gonna turn the power off. So I'm gonna flop this breaker down, which is the breaker that tripped the other day for whatever reason. I don't know, don't ask me. I just work here. I'm gonna go ahead and undo these terminals and pull out these red and black cable, but we have to take note which is positive and which is negative. Our red is positive and our black is negative, and that correlates with the positive and negative right here on this power supply. So I'm gonna make sure that I put that in the exact same way, otherwise ain't nothing gonna happen. So I'm gonna get my little mini screwdriver here, little Klein screwdriver, and I am going to undo those dudes and pull him out. And then I will just unscrew this dude by hand, and I will go ahead and plug him into the other controller. So here we got the other controller. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide old boy up in there, and we'll get him all mounted up when we're ready. So for the moment, I'm gonna get the mounting brackets taken apart here, and let's see where we end up. There's one, there goes two, and let's get this last guy undone, and we can see where we end up. Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys see that? All right, boys, we got him out. There she be. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of button him up, and we'll go ahead and turn him over to the authorities so that he can't cause any more trouble, and we will get our new guy all mounted in, and he'll be ready to start his first day of work. All right, buddy, today's your first day. Get ready to get started. Okay, so we will get all this undone. So first off, before we do anything, let's get this back plate off, and let's make sure that he's gonna turn on. All right, batteries included. Okay, batteries included. Let me go ahead and see if he's gonna turn on when I flip that breaker. So I'm gonna get my little screwdriver and I'm gonna get him plugged in, and we'll see if he's ready to start his first day. All right, so we'll get the negative side in first. Let's see here. So here's the moment of truth, boys. Let's see if he's gonna power on. And there he is. Talk to me. He's talking to me. Okay, so let's put some air pressure to him and see what he do. Okay, he say he ready. He says he's ready. Okay, I think he's ready to start his first day of work, boys. Let's get him some boots and some gloves and some goggles. Let's get him in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these feed wires through there. We'll get him all buttoned up, and then I'll get the power on, and we'll take it from there. So let me just get this bad boy on there, get him threaded up, and get our positive negative lead wired in, get the cabinet buttoned up, and we'll be out of here, boys. We will be out of here. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Easy work, boys, easy work. Good pay and easy work. I can't knock it, and I don't recommend knocking it. Don't knock it till you try it. I'm telling you guys, if you have not yet subscribe and stick around, boys. Easy stuff here. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's not hard. Anybody can do it. You get in here, start making some good money, doing easy, fun stuff. Honestly, I can't believe they pay me for this. There we go. There we go. All locked in. Let's get this bad boy locked in. Get that screw landed. Let's get that screw landed. Let's get him kind of fixtured up, somewhat level. I want him looking good. Comb his hair, you know, put a nice shirt on him, and then we will get the mounting bolts all taken care of. I don't know who came up with these mounting bolts, but whatever, it's not for me to question. Wouldn't be my first choice, but hey, not for me to question. I just float around here, boys. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna mount my first mounting bolt or bracket, whatever you want to call it. Yep, whatever you want to call it. Call it what you want. Nobody judging you. Call it a mounting bolt, mounting bracket, mount, fastener. No matter. It's all gravy. You could call it a tenedore. You don't even have to speak English. It could be Spanish, German, Italian, whatever. All right, we got that. Got that bad boy in there. Let me get this guy all fastened in. That, whatever that thing is, man, that looks terribly homemade. Terribly homemade. But whatever. Not asking questions here. I'm just an observer. I am just an observer. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get our other one fastened in there. There it is. Let me get this long guy fastened, put some back pressure on it. Whoever made those things and put those on, I don't know. I got questions. Like I said, boys, I'm not judging. It's not my place to judge. Hey, I'm getting paid here. I'm not complaining. Don't get it twisted. I'm not complaining. I'm just observing, and I'm kind of laughing. It's kind of funny, a little entertaining that some people will just do what they do. Hey, if that was the best thing that came to mind at the time for whoever did it, hey, that's why they call me after the fact. Come deal with it. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take all the work. I'll take all the smoke. Let's go. Oh, I lost it. It's got to happen at least once every job, boys. You got to drop something. Them's is facts right there. That's the facts. Them's is facts. All right, so we're gonna get our last fastener in there, get this thing mounted, power on this breaker, make sure everything's functioning, make sure we got an air pressure, and I don't know the programming or the recipe or whatever they're operating here, exact specs or scale that they're using. So I will get this all mounted in there, go talk to the head booger eater, and we will see if we are within tolerance. So let's get this hose back on there. Looks like we're good. Flip this breaker on. The power supply went green and we are overflow. That is good. That means it's taking in air. Overflow. So I'm gonna reduce. There you go. There you go. Pressure on. That means it's filling, boys. Line pressure means outward, output, outgoing. So it looks like we're operational. I'll go ahead and let the head booger eater know that this has been installed. Give him the old part and see if he wants to do a proper burial for him. And after that, I think we're out of here, boys. So I'd like to really thank everybody for watching. This was kind of a simple one, but this is part of the everyday show here in industrial. So whenever you're industrial, you're gonna come across all types of little miniature little issues like this. It's not all big stuff. It's not all huge installs and, you know, big motor changing. That's something that you don't want to see. You don't want to be changing big motors on a daily basis, because that means you got issues in the plant. Little jobs like this that come up, that's perfect. So I will see you guys later, and I'd like to thank everybody for watching and all the new subscribers, and I will see you on the next one.